Hello and welcome back to the Novice Lumberjack, where I got a cool new Echo shirt. Woo! Look what's on the back. I hope you can see that. Could you see that? Yeah, you can see it. I believe that's a 65S, one of their very first, I guess for them, groundbreaking chainsaws. Anyways. This right here was sent to me by David, and David gave me the hookup. I got the hat too. America. If you know, then you know, right? So, anyways, he sent me a whole package. Now, I mean, I had to pay for this stuff, but it was primo. I was never going to find a better deal than this. So, remember the Christmas giveaway saw? It ended up being a saw that was stripped of its good parts, and then the bad parts were put on and sent back to Home Depot. Anyways, so I needed to buy a lot of stuff for it. So that kind of backfired on me. You know, I thought that I was going to have basically a free saw and able to give it away, but not exactly. However, subscribers to the rescue. I'm going to see if I can pause this for a second. No, I can't pause it. It doesn't pause. Oh well, I'm going to keep going. The dogs are wanting in. Heck with them. So he gave me this shirt, this hat, and another shirt. Look what's on the... I mean, the front's the front, okay. But the back... Isn't that straight out of the 80s and 90s, back whenever they still did stuff like that? Okay, first up is the case gasket. Let's see what else we got going on here. So, of course, well, let's get to the surprise stuff first. Wrap handle. They just look cool. I mean, they are useful too. I use them. But I'm just rarely felling trees. It's not something that I need, not at all. What's this? Oh, those are the peppers. I forgot all about the peppers. Bruh, I don't know about this, man. I don't know if those are ghost peppers or what, but literally, I am a total sis to hot stuff. Yes, it's very hot. We'll see if I can make it through this video. That was just a little teeny tiny piece. Oh, it's burning. So, here's all the little stuff that I needed. The thing was missing bolts, you know. Got all the bolts, all the things that I needed. New crank seals. Oh, it's even a new, I didn't know I asked for this. That's cool though. New gasket shield, heat shield for the muffler. Good. Golden. But the big thing is this right here. So this will be for my dire wolf, which I got something to say about that here shortly. 620 cylinder. And 620 piston. Yeah. So now I have done the, I have compared the 620 piston to the 590 piston, and I did not see any difference whatsoever. Hot dang diggity. I can't remember what my video showed. I cannot remember. But this is very clearly a domed piston. I'm doing okay with that hot stuff. I ain't gonna eat the whole pepper. No, I'm not doing it. I'll be shitting splinters or something, you know. It'll be hurt. It'll hurt. I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it, buddy. So, anyways, I can't remember. I think maybe they were both slightly domed, but this is definitely domed. You know. 2 rings. Very cool, very cool. Now let's take a look at the cylinders, because I've been told that the 620, the exhaust side is slightly different. The exhaust actually sticks out a little bit, but I'm looking at them side by side. They look no different whatsoever. Not at all. Nope. This right. Yeah. This right here is the exhaust on both sides. The one that points down is the exhaust. They don't look any different at all. There ain't nothing going on different there. Not that I can tell. Totally just look completely the same. What about you guys? Yeah, I think they're the same. Because Charlie Briscoe was telling me that like one of them took the washers and the other one doesn't. Maybe it's just the muffler that's different and not exactly the exhaust. But I can't tell the difference there. All right, enough said about that. Let's get to measuring. Zero it out. Okay, so first up here, we're going to measure the height of the exhaust port from the bottom of the cylinder. This isn't going to tell me any timing numbers or anything such as that, but it will allow me to measure, you know? All right. So that is 49.18 millimeters. And this is on the 590. 49.18. All right. 620. Oh, it is considerably higher. 51.93. So that's about 2.5 millimeters, something like that. Yeah, that and 2.5 millimeters is a lot. That is substantial. So it's got a much higher exhaust. Let's see the intake. See what we can figure out here. Probably not much. This is going to be difficult. Maybe I can measure like this. $17.45. This is the 620. 17.45. So this one, if it has a higher intake, which would mean less duration and everything, so it should be bigger than 17.45. $17.5. So it is different, but barely anything. And the transfers, let's see if we can read anything with the transfers. $32.78 and $33.9. So about 1 millimeter difference on the transfers. So they're definitely set up different. That's about all I can tell you right now, is that they are, in fact, set up different. But like, whenever I was asking Charlie about it, Charlie was saying that the exhaust was a different length from the piston to the outside edge of the exhaust. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and let's put a piston in there. See if we can come up with anything. .14, and that's the 590. 23.14. 23.14. Oh, I measured the wrong side. I measured the intake. .77. That's the 590, 24.77. .86. That's 2 millimeters difference. So there is a difference. There is a difference. The 590 has a slightly longer exhaust port. What that means is, what does more length give you? More length on your exhaust gives you a lower RPM peak, right? It gives you a lower RPM peak for more torque, whereas the 620 is going to want to rev higher, even if it's only like 500 RPMs. That's higher, and so literally, they have designed the exhaust to be shorter. What was it? It was 2 millimeters shorter, wasn't it? Yeah. That 2 millimeters goes a long ways. It probably literally means that the 620 would peak out in power probably 500 to 1,000 RPMs higher than a 590. So, I mean, engineering, huh? You know, I mean, who would have thunk that they actually thought of every little detail like that? So clearly the 620 cylinder setup is, there are real differences between that. I mean, nobody was really arguing that, but I haven't seen anybody point them out like that, side by side. So timing numbers, I think from what I think Charlie told me that timing numbers on the 620 saws are about 105 on the exhaust, whereas that Timberwolf was 114 on the exhaust, right? So that's a massive difference, massive difference. I was expecting to see, let me see, I'm going to do this here. I want to get you right in there. I was expecting to see that combustion chamber to be smaller and tighter on the 620 here. This is the 620. But it's not. It's just as big and cavernous as this. Look at that. This is the 590. That ring that you're seeing, it's that way because I put some Scotch-Brite in there and I tried to clean up this cylinder. But from that ring all the way in, it is just a big old dome. So that's why these things they're difficult to make compression with. At least I think, you know, I mean, Charlie, what are you getting compression-wise out of the 620s that you're building? You know, I know that you go on the exhaust to about 101 or 102, I believe is what you told me. I think what you told me. And from what I see, unless you are able to do something with this piston and get more compression. That just seems like a big cavernous hole up there. So it seems like you wouldn't be able to get much compression. But I don't know. We'll see. So this will go on my dire wolf. And a couple videos back, I made the suggestion, or I said that I would, whatever. You guys don't care. The Christmas giveaway saw, because things didn't work out quite like I planned, I said I'll give my dire wolf away. Well, I'm having a hard time with that. So what I think, because you get attached to it, and I'm like, I want to stick with the same one and keep getting better and better and better and better. Like this 620 piston cylinder is not the end. It's not the end for the dire wolf. So, it's likely after I build this 620 piston and cylinder and put on there, eventually on down the road, maybe a year from now or something like that, I'll try and big bore it. There's all kinds of different cylinders that people put on these things. So I kind of want to stick with the same exact saw. So what I think I'll probably do as of right now, I'm thinking that I'll go ahead and the other saw, I'll turn right around and put a new crank gasket on it, new crank seals in it, and actually build that saw as the Christmas giveaway. So, but we'll see. Who knows? One thing's for sure, this one's going on mine. All right, thanks, Dave, and that's all for this video. And yeah, on with it.